Paul. I was reading you in the law. Intentional interference with your personal rights. Except for so-called acts of God, any interference with your personal or property rights, whether intentional or through negligence, is a tort. Here we will discuss intentional interference, and we will take up the whole subject of negligence in sections 56 to 62. Freedom of movement. The use of any technology to obstruct my freedom of movement is a tort! Yeah. Misuse of legal process, similar to false imprisonment and false arrest, are quite different legally, are what is known as malicious prosecution and abuse of process. Now, when you false imprison me because of a false police report on January 4th of 2016, and then you refuse to enforce the laws of the United States, but instead use malicious prosecution and abuse of process because I was not given notice and opportunity to be heard before you issued the protection order. The protection order is not signed. The petitioner did not sign it, and the protected person did not sign it. There are numerous forgeries on those documents, so it's obvious that your refusal to enforce the laws of the United States of America is malicious prosecution for having me arrested when I wasn't in Squim on December 31st. Now, for every badge, sheriff, and judge in America, I just wanted you to understand the tort liability for refusing to enforce my personal rights. Now, I had emailed some screen prints, some pictures of that protection order this morning, yes, where I was not given actual notice and opportunity to be heard. Yes, I had included a picture from the instructions from Washington State about the requirement that the respondent has to be given actual notice, and the judge has to make sure that it's timely and proper notice before there can be any court hearing. Now, for approximately 16 different times over the last 6 years, this county has obstructed my rights as an American citizen. Now, I don't know what you're doing, Sheriff, but the tort liability for refusing to enforce the law is going to result in this county losing every asset that they will ever own. Now, I know it seems difficult to believe that you abuse the processes of law when the petitioner didn't sign the protection order, where I wasn't given actual notice and opportunity to be heard. In fact, I sent a picture of what the Violence Against Women's Act obligates every judiciary in America to make sure of, that you protect the due process rights of the respondent. Okay? Now, I just want to make sure that you understand that your use of technology to any way obstruct my freedom of movement, freedom of religion, or any other freedom in the Constitution of the United States will result in the imprisonment of every sheriff in America. Now, I wanted your family to know that my family will not allow for our rights and freedoms to be obstructed. So you can turn off all your systems, and you can shut down all your technology, and you can get off my family. Do you understand?